Hi, good afternoon everyone. I am Margaret Louis, CEO of Azalea Investment Management. Trust you are keeping well. Thank you for being with us here today, and I'm very happy to be able to bring Astra VI to you. But before that, please allow me to introduce and share more about Azalea. Azalea was set up in 2015, and we are the parent of the issuer and manager of Astra VI. Azalea is an indirect wholly owned subsidiary of Temasek and a direct subsidiary of the Serviera Group. However, our board and management team remains independent. Azalea's mandate is to develop products or investment platforms to make private equity accessible to a broader investor group. So, Azalea is not only an investor, but a developer and manager of private assets, with an initial focus on private equity, or PE. Azalea's management team has extensive experience in PE. We developed and successfully launched Astra III, the first PE bond in Singapore, Astra IV, the first retail PE bond in Singapore, and Astra V, the second retail PE bond. As an investor, we are long-term investors in private equity and invest alongside external investors in our products. As a developer, we continually create innovative products that provide investors access to private equity, meeting the needs of investors with different risk appetites. Lastly, as a manager, besides investing in and managing portfolios, we are committed to investor education. And that is why we're here today to share about private equity, the Astra platform, and Astra VI with you. So, what is the Astra platform? It is a series of investment products based on portfolios of private equity funds, also known as PE funds. Each of these Astra transactions involve investment products based on portfolio of PE funds. Temasek launched Astra I and II in 2006 and 2014 respectively. The Astra I and II transactions were offered to institutional investors. In 2016, Azalea launched the Astra III transaction. This introduced the first listed notes in Singapore that were backed by cash flows from PE funds. The notes were offered to institutional and accredited investors. Then in 2018, Azalea launched the Astra IV transaction, which represents the fourth series in the Astra platform. It was the first listed retail PE bond in Singapore and was a milestone in achieving Azalea's vision of connecting individual investors to private equity. Through Astra IV, retail investors in Singapore were able to invest in PE bonds for the first time, alongside institutional and accredited investors. Then, following Astra IV, Astra V was also successfully launched in June 2019. Astra V reinforces Azalea's commitment to bring PE bonds to retail investors regularly and deepen the Singapore's capital markets. Of course, I'm also very pleased to share with you that we have fulfilled all our bond obligations to date for all the Astras. Next, allow me to introduce the members of the Astra VI board to you. The board has a balance of skill sets, including veterans with rich experience in private equity, capital markets, and corporate governance. The chairman of Astra VI is the gentleman on the top left. He is Dr. Tay Kok Peng, who is also the chairman of Azalea Asset Management, the indirect parent company of Astra VI. He was the former president of GIC Special Investments, which oversees private equity fund investments of GIC. With that, this ends my introduction to Azalea and Astra.